My name's Alan Hart, and in today's video we're going to do a full heat loss on my property. So this is a full system design, flow rates, velocities, pump sizes, all that stuff. I've got Jordan here from h2x, and yeah, let's get into this video. Heat pump's gone and we're getting a brand new extension, so the heat loss calculation that we did previously is no longer relevant. So what we're going to do today, we're going to do a full heat loss, system design, flow rates, velocities and all that stuff. We're going to measure windows, we're going to measure rooms, we're going to measure radiators, we're going to look at the thermaskirt as well, how that will work with the new system we're going to put in. Also in this area, we're going to put underfloor heating in here. So again, we're going to show how that will work with it as well. So yeah, let's go inside and let's do a full heat loss.
All right, so you're having an extension downstairs. So we've got a plan for downstairs, and then upstairs we're going to create the plan from scratch in h2x. Start off, you can upload PDF floor plan. With the settings, you can open up your project settings. You can put in the address here. Once you've looked up the address, it's going to tell you the external winter sort of design temperature. From there, you can do things like set your ground temperature. You can allow a percentage for thermal bridging through the materials, and you can set a spare capacity as well. So if you wanted to be a bit conservative with your heat loss, you can have like 5%, 10%, but people use that for like intermittent heating, exposed locations or reheat times. The external walls, did you say like they've mainly got internal wall insulation?
Yeah, so downstairs they've all got internal wall insulation.
Right, okay.
And then upstairs, most of them have as well, yeah.
Brick with RWI, we can set that to be the external wall, and that we can use U value 0.3 for that. Once that's done, yeah, this is where you just start to draw out the room. So you pick your room like this, and you just go around the internal walls like so, and yeah, based on your settings, it's just going to start doing your heat loss as you go. And because it's doing it on like the click of a mouse, it does make it like very easy.
Yeah.
If you've got plans, because you can just do like any sort of shape of room based on your all your values that you've set, like your room heights and stuff like that. It's working out your air changes based on the age of the building, and the heat loss is shown in the middle of each room. And then it's also sort of adding it up at the bottom down here as we go. This part's the new extension now.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing this is all going to be to building regs.
Yeah.
Because this part is like a different material to the rest. Like we can click on these walls now.
Yeah.
And we can change the U value. So because this is new, rather than having like your brick with IWI, we can say this is going to be building regs. So I have a slightly lower U value. From there, I just go around and start popping windows on. So you can, every time you've got a window, you just draw it on like that, and enter the height.
So is this the total heat loss for the house for downstairs now?
This is just the downstairs, yeah. So it's,
you've still got to put window heights in. And
yeah.
What's this suitable for? What size properties?
Anything really, like anything from like, we could see it getting used on 2-bed terrace, like all the way up to like luxury residential, commercial. I'd say it really comes into its own, and on like a property like this where you've got like a large space.
Awkward.
Yeah, well, it's doing this in any other way would be even more challenging, I would say, without the software. Like when you've got awkward room types and stuff like that, when you're clicking around with the mouse, it's not really any extra effort to like do an awkward room type or anything in this. Whereas like it can be if you're trying to do it in like an Excel spreadsheet or something like that. It can be.
And what about like vaulted ceilings and different slopes and stuff like that? Can it work with that stuff as well?
It can, yeah. If we had a level above here, you can set like your finished height. So we can put that to be, I think 2.6 would be about right for this. And if you use the vaulted ceiling tool, you can come on top of this space where we have the vaulted ceiling, and then you can click on that vaulted ceiling, pick the type, and then you can enter like the additional height. So that's, say, 1 metre.
So you're saying it's 1 metre more than the rest of it?
Yeah, that's what we took down
Right.
earlier on. So yeah, that's basically from that finished room height, the additional height above that.
Yeah.
And yeah, if you come down, so that's got 2 kilowatts at the moment, that kitchen. If I take that off, go down, all right, 1.93. So it's not a massive difference. Well,
So this is this done then for downstairs?
once the floor plan's done and the heat loss is done, then you can start doing the system design. So we had the architect's plan of the ground floor. We've just quickly traced over it in h2x. It's given us the heat loss for each room based on our settings and yeah, the total heat loss for the ground floor. What we've then done is we've just hidden the background so that we've got just a nice clean new floor plan without any sort of like architectural notes or anything on it.
To do this,
Yeah.
you could then say where you're going to put radiators and stuff like that. Would
Yeah.
this be something that could be printed out then, or
Yeah,
emailed to installer?
Yeah, so when we go into the system design, which will be the next phase, you'll then be able to do like a full kind of mechanical layout. So you'll be able to show like where your emitters are, where your pipes are running, and any plant and equipment, which you can then pass on to like the homeowner or the installer or whoever needs to see it.
So this is downstairs now, totally
Yeah.
done, heat loss done. You said that this will change slightly as well because we're going to add warmer rooms upstairs.
Yeah.
So now we're going to move on to designing upstairs.
Yeah, that's right, and we'll be going off our survey sheet for this one because there's no extension planned or floor plan for upstairs. So
Yeah, so first one we did just off the plans, so it was really easy. Upstairs we haven't got plans, so we've got to put that in ourselves. So it's just, you can do whichever option you want with this software.
So all you got to do again, just very similar. It's selecting the room type. So we'll start off in this corner with the ensuite. Just drawing the internal wall length, but this time what you can do is you can just type in the length, hit enter, and then sort of do the same again in the other direction. And then yeah, we can just square that off like so, and then yeah, just start to build the floor plan up.
How does this compare to other apps or tools that people use, or do people do it manually?
Say the thing that makes h2x stand out is that it gives you like a full floor plan and a full drawing set. Why our customers like it is because they can pass that plan on to the guys on site and they're going to follow the plan. They can give it to the homeowner, so you know they can show them exactly where things are going to go in the house. In the new sort of Part L building regs, part of the handover of information requires you to give a floor plan marked up with the mechanical services.
All right. Okay.
And as far as I know, like we're the only software that gives you that full floor plan.
So will that also show you where pipes are and what pipe sizes are and things like that?
It will do, yeah. It will
Right,
do,
okay.
yeah. So we'll just finish off this heat loss and then we'll go in and do the sort of pipe sizing layout. All right, upstairs is in. So showing just a 3 kilowatt heat loss upstairs.
So that's showing now that what my total heat loss, just over 12 kilowatts.
12 kilowatts, yeah.
So does that mean my heat pump's too small now?
What heat pump have you got?
8, right.
An 8. I didn't know the windows were new, but I've just updated the windows and that's brought it down to under 12.
So that's what, about 11.6 kilowatts?
11.6, yeah. So you'd probably want to put a 12 kilowatt heat pump in. Once you've got the floor plan done, yeah, move across into the design mode. We put our heat pump in. You wanted to go with a Daikin Altherma 3. We're going to then go ahead, put in the rest of our equipment. So hot water cylinder, we'll put in our existing Rads, and then we can have a look at the heating to your new extension.
Cylinder's going to go just behind where that heat pump is.
Up here?
Yeah.
All right, cool, yeah. So, yeah, all we do for that then is, yeah, you can get your cylinder from the menu here. There's a range of information that you can fill out here. So this is going to inform some of your annual demand calculations. I'm just going to put a 10 kilowatt rating on that at the moment. That's just going to size the pipes to the cylinder. From there, we could come in from our proposed heat pump. We could bring the pipes around like this. And then we can add our diverter valve. So you drop that on like that. That's just going to make sure that it doesn't size, I guess, this pipe for the hot water load and the heating load. It'll give priority domestic hot water, and it will just size for like whatever's the bigger of the two loads. Based on the flow temp of the heat pump, that is, which is at the heat pump, you've got your 40-degree flow, 45 return. So we could start with that. That will instantly give you like the output of that radiator, 0.5 kilowatts. Bathroom, you've got a K2 0.7 high by 0.6.
So see, you've got Stelrad radiators on this. Can you use other people's radiators?
You can, yeah. You can use any radiators you want. So essentially, you just upload a catalogue with your own library. So we'll give you a template to download, and then you'll just give information like length, width, height, and so on. And then you can also give us like N coefficients or correction factors,
Right, okay.
And that'll adjust the outputs for different flow temperatures. So yeah, you can use whatever you like, really.
So if you wanted to show bedrooms at a different temperature, then you could do.
Yeah, you can, and you can like, say if you were like assessing this and you didn't know what to do next, like you could go and add like loft insulation or something like that, and then your heat loss is going to change, and then it'll it'll just instantly show like on the calcs like what you need. Do you want to add the underfloor into this garage as well?
Absolutely.
So let's say we just wanted to I guess split off this quite early on. So say we just want to pop a manifold down here. What we could do is if we bring a couple of pipes off this way. And we'll pop our manifold on the wall, so you can get your manifold like that. Drop that on to the system. If you click on the manifold, then you're able to say like which rooms you want to serve from it. So you can then connect certain rooms. So we said we wanted to connect the garage. You can see that now as the underfloor in the garage. That will then inform your recirculation pump duty. Your pump duty here, that's 0.682 litres per second at 0.327 bar, which is just under like 3.5 metres head. You can always check that against the manufacturer's guidelines on the pump that comes with their unit and just make sure that the pump will cover that. And if it doesn't, you've got settings that you can play around with where you can upsize the pipes to reduce the pressure drop if you need to. On every pipe, you'll be able to see a range of information on the pipe sizing results. So you can see the total heat load on the system, which each pipe is carrying, and you can see the flow rate as well. Carrying on upstairs, then you've got your different upstairs circuits.
So like that.
Yeah.
It's saying that we need 22mm pipe.
Yeah.
But we've got 28mm pipe in.
Yeah.
Can we adjust that? And does that make a difference?
Yeah. So the main thing that'll change is your pump duty, and it'll actually bring it down. So if I just went,
because all this circuit here right to here, it's all 28.
So remembering that pump is overcoming 0.327 bar of pressure. What you've told me now is that your pipes upstairs, although h2x has sized them as 22, you've actually got 28 installed.
Yeah.
So what you can do in that situation is you can override the pipe sizes. So if I just selected a few of these pipes up here, I can just click on them and I can override the diameter. So I'll just set them to be 28 now. That'll just highlight that I've changed something that hasn't been calculated, just so I know for later. And you can see that they're all now in 28.
Yeah.
Now, if this being on the index run, I would think that would have reduced that pressure. And yeah, you can see when we get to here that pump is now doing 0.289 bar instead of 0.327 bar. So because it's going through a bigger pipe, there's less pressure drop. So you can always, if you are doing a retrofit, you can override anything to see what's existing, and it'll go the other way as well. So say you had like some 10mm microbore or something, you can set those pipes and then you'll see what your pump duty is, because it might h2x will probably size it at 15, but if you're telling it that 10's existing, you can see how that's going to affect your system and like your energy usage.
You've completed heat loss diagram now and all. What do you get from this? What would I get from this, or what could I give to my customer?
Yeah, so I guess once you've got the system designed, you've got everything calculated, you're happy with the results, you then move across to the export stage. So at this point, you're going to get a full PDF drawing set, room by room heat loss reports that are MCS aligned, and a bill of quants as well.
So it'll tell you all the materials you need for the job.
Yeah, everything you've designed is going to be listed. So yeah, if I started with the drawing set, any results that you leave on will come out. So I guess if it's for the homeowner, they don't really care about the recirculation pump duty or the system volume or anything like that. And if it's for the installer, they might want to see the height above floor or the pipe materials or something like that. You might have different pipe materials in different parts of the job. You can also add a full radiator schedule to the drawing, so you can just put your radiator schedule onto the design there, and that's going to give you all
So is that telling you the radiators that we've got that you've added already, or is that telling you what it wants it to be?
No, that's telling us like sort of
exactly
what's there. Yeah. When you get to this export stage, you're going to get a nice drawing set that you can share with either the homeowner or whoever's going to be installing this, and then it'll have your logo on it, and all this information you can fill out in the project settings. So it looks like a nice clean mechanical drawing set. All right, so the next export is the heat loss reports. With this, you can download like a fully sort of MCS aligned room by room heat loss report. Quite a few different ones. You can just select which ones that you want to take out. With that, it'll give you worst performing room, heat pump model, all of the room dimensions.
Why were they in red?
Just saying that it had a high heat loss based on the size of the room. When you get to the room by room heat loss calc, so you'll get a full summary, like all of your rooms, design temps, air changes, which rooms are surrounding each other, like above, below, adjacent, what materials we've used. So we've generally used like your IWI, your internal wall insulation, other than your garage, which we've done on building regs. Then you're going to get like your degree day information, which we did based on the street address, hot water demand, summary of the different heat emitters, the kitchen, like as you know, like you said up front, you said we probably need another radiator in this room. Like
we haven't got to that room yet.
Yeah.
So I've been doing other stuff, but I haven't updated out in there yet.
Yeah, so that's telling you, like, I guess, what the heat loss of that room is, which is 2 kilowatts. What output does that radiator that you've put in do? Just under 1 kilowatt, so you're meeting 48% of the demand for that room. All right, so this is going to give you like the estimated annual demand on like, I guess, your electric heating system. How many hours it thinks it's going to be on for.
So 25,000 kilowatt hours.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. That's quite good. That's useful because then you can work out how much that's likely to cost over a year.
Yeah, yeah, and it does, if you put in like an electricity rate in the settings, it does give you like an estimated sort of annual running cost as well.
They've
Yeah,
also got hot water as well.
yeah,
So that's showing a SCOP of 3.
yeah.
So hot water usually will be slightly less than heating anyway.
Again, that's going to be based on like the manufacturer's information. So that's based on the whatever cylinder you're going to use. You can enter that information in h2x at the cylinder, and then that will come through to these design calculations.
So that's a combined SCOP. So we
Yeah.
would expect it to be 3.54
Yeah,
with a flow temperature of 40.
yeah,
So if we reduce that flow temperature, then that SCOP, maybe we could get that SCOP up a little bit.
potentially, yeah.
And if we're at a higher flow temperature, then the SCOP is likely to be worse.
It is, yeah, yeah. And again, that information is based on the heat pump that you're using, and that's usually you can find it in the MCS product directory.
Yeah.
And I guess that's where we got it from. The other export that it does is this heat pump system performance estimate, which is a lot of the same kind of information that we've just looked at. Again, you can fill out a lot of this in the project settings, but it just gives you this kind of performance graph and the estimated annual usage.
So what's this now? What have we got here?
This is the bill of materials.
Right, okay.
So everything you've designed in h2x also gets measured, and this means that it's just going to save you time on pricing projects, because not only is it sizing things for you, it's just giving you everything that you need to kind of price it.
Right, okay.
Yeah. In a short space of time, we've gone from, we've measured up the house. I'd say we've probably spent about 2 hours sitting here and drawing it up, but we've got fully calculated system, MCS docs, price list, and a drawing set that can be given to like clients and installers.
Thanks very much for that, Jordan. I hope you found this video of some use. If you do have any questions, put some comments below. Have you got out to add?
Yeah, just there's plenty of information on our website, so go to h2xengineering.com if you want to learn more.
And like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And see you in the next video.